So this is where we left off with this dude who looks like he came out of a meat grinder. That's what it says here. We don't have his name yet. Deiran has sent me back to my gas station on planet Earth, and we are going to continue from here. What kind of meat grinder has this guy been through? He looks like someone who could rip me apart if he doesn't like what he hears. He does. And also, what the heck are those Matrix glasses? The only time I've seen those glasses is when I've watched The Matrix. I need to be careful if I don't want to become the next victim. Next. You look like the Terminator at the end of the second movie, buddy. The Terminator who just wrecked my entire floor. Give him a thumbs up. That's lame. You're not choosing that. How's life, sir? Well, it's hard to imagine how the other fighter looks. When will the Lord take my sinful soul? Breaks down in tears. You don't want to work here anymore. Okay, that last one is a no-go because I'm not weak, I don't cry. Kara's not weak, she does not cry. Telling him that he looks like the Terminator seems like it might get him upset. He already looks like he's been in a scrap, and we don't want to make that worse. How's life? Or, well, it's hard to imagine how the other fighter looks. So we're going with how's life, sir? Although I don't know why we're adding the sir. Freaking awesome. Like a fairy tale. Thanks for asking. He would dramatically light a cigarette and stare into the void right now. But it seems he doesn't have the strength for that anymore. But he clearly wants to. I do too. Even considering that I don't smoke. This profession is going to drive me crazy one day. Why are you talking like this is going to be regular? This is temp. Gas station job is temp, and it's not a profession. This is not a profession. Or is that him talking? No, that's my thoughts. Words clearly come to him with great difficulty, which is probably not surprising for a man without half a face. He clears his throat, but that doesn't help much. Wonder if he sounds like... Because, I mean, like, his part of his jaw is gone, like, that dude, like, Scarecrow or Scary Face from, Batman, The Dark Knight. Oh! Not him taking off the glasses like that. What? He's putting on the charm real quick. And he's got the smile, like the smirk too. Okay. I need blood. He tried to smile. It would be charming if he still had all the necessary muscles for that. Now it will haunt me in my nightmares, among other things, as in Deiran and his kidnapping of me. The client pauses again, briefly, to clear his throat. Mine? Recoils in horror. Don't kill me, I'm already having a bad streak in life. Pathetic. We don't do transfusions here. No IV drips, just discount rot. How about tomato juice? Strong vintage. Let me see what we have here. We don't really even know what's in the store, and we're gonna be like, how about some tomato juice? We're supposed to have blood bags. Why is she acting so confused? He's just asking for blood, not a transfusion. Unless that's what a transfusion is. Am I dumb? Why would I even bring up discount rot? He's asking for blood, not rot. Okay, so those three are out. Let me see what we have. Again, this dude is kind of scaring me. And I'm just like, let's just get what he needs. Did he wink? Did he just wink? Also, where's he looking right now? Yeah, good choice, babe. Oh, he called me babe. I don't like that. Step to the storage. Demanding much? Okay, he's losing some points from his charm for calling me babe and telling me to hurry up. Just in case. Whoa! He suddenly leans forward, boring into me with his remaining eye. Go and find me some goddamn blood. Go and find the blood. Go and find the blood. Go and find the blood. I wonder if these actually have different results. Okay, we're going with the first one. A strange pressure builds in my head, and the edges of my vision blur. An unyielding command blossoms in the center of my mind. I don't know why, but I feel an incredibly strong urge to find blood. Right now. So she's dumb. Let me tell you. I mean, this is gas station Kara, but like real life Kara, I'm sorry, real life Neural would be like, okay, this dude just asked for blood. I'm having this weird tingly feeling in my brain, and I feel like I need to get him blood. The two are connected. You don't know why? The two are connected. What happened? Where'd he disappear to? What happened? My client is covered in blood, but still hungry. Maybe he fought with something inedible. Or is it his own? I found myself in a storeroom. A tangled labyrinth of shelves reaching up to the ceiling, stuffed with boxes, crates, and mysterious cans. In the corner, something rustles and snorted suspiciously. What? And we didn't notice this before? This is a small shop. I feel like I should have heard that. So, where could the blood be? I need to think fast. He's not going to wait forever. No, he would definitely jump over this thing and attack me. Right now, I'm at the very beginning of this crazy place. Scream, Bob, where's the blood? Oh, I wonder if the noise was Bob. Bob, where's the blood? Go to the food for mouth section. I could go to the section supplies for self-propelling gearbox. I could go to the section that's foaming body washes for leather bags. And then there's items that inspire pensiveness. I don't want to scream because that's going to make me seem like I'm weak, and I'm not weak. Food for mouth, I hate that phrase, but that seems to be what he needs. There is literally no reason to go to these other ones. So food for mouth, here we come. These signs are driving me insane. I really hope my manager will eventually learn English properly. I'm surrounded by pure madness of anxious packaging. And even in front of the department entrances, there's some baby food for cyborgs piled up. What? Since when did cyborgs, eat baby food? Is that because, they don't have a good digestion system anymore, so they have to have, something mashed up like that? I've never heard that before in any, any show that I've seen or book I've read with cyborgs. I'm frantically trying to decipher the crooked inscriptions. In front of me are sections with food for mouth. I hate that phrase. Dense energy blocks for chewing. Infused nutritional flows. Food afraid of heat. Why is this a quiz? Dense energy blocks for chewing? Infused nutritional flow sounds like flow like blood. And infused like infused blood, right? And it's nutritional. We afraid of heat? What? Plus, he probably doesn't want to chew. Okay, we're going with this one. Here are endless shelves of drinks. Next to Coca-Cola are bottles labeled Liquid Regret and Primordial Broth. Now with nucleotides? Oh, now with nucleotides. Don't know what that is. Cans labeled Brapsy, Vodka Solnechko, Solnechko. I'd love to be the person who came up with these names. No, I would not. I want to stay away. If they name it these things that are weird, I don't want to know. I don't want to meet them. I check each shelf, pushing aside cans of essence of craps and giggles, but I find nothing resembling blood. The closest thing is liquid hematogen? It's hema, like hema is blood, right? Hematogen? Okay, we're going with that. In a giant wooden container. It smells worse than it looks. I go back. I hear knocking. It's the dry, rhythmic tapping of knuckles on a laminated countertop. That's the countertop that I'm in. It's not loud, but persistent and full of irritation. In front of me are sections with food for mouth. Wait, I thought we got the blood. Okay, yeah, we're not going with the... We picked this before. The aisle is crammed with chips, pasta... Wait, I'm confused. Did she not just pick up blood? Is she getting like a second one? I thought we just picked up the blood. The aisle is crammed with chips, pasta, crackers, jerky, and chocolate bars. I actually have one of those next to me. All the usual stuff that my dad got me from Spain, if you don't look too closely. Next to the Doritos bags lies a pack of crystallized whales, resembling translucent stone lollipops. I just want to say, I don't want to give out or eat human snacks that are surrounded by these things. Because what if some kind of weird essence from crystallized whales gets into the Doritos? And then it's like crystallized Dorito whales. Right? These things sound like powerful. Cans of peas huddle together in fear as I pass by another shelf, nervously glancing around. I quickly scan the shelves. There's no blood here, unless you count the dried stain on the nutritional bricks package. I need to go back. Maybe it's about regeneration or something else, but he seems better because I hear impatient footsteps. What? No, you can very much have impatient footsteps if you're not feeling not feeling the best. Honestly, especially like if I'm not feeling well, like if I were to go to the RX, I've got like a flu, right? Or I got into a brawl for whatever reason, I'm bleeding, and I go up there to get my medicine that has already been sent in, and they told me it was ready, I'd be tapping my fingers on the lamination and tapping my foot too, because I'm in pain. Hurry up. Great. Now he's fidgeting. He can't sit still anymore. He never could. This isn't just impatience, it's anxiety. And I really don't like where this anxiety could lead him. I need to hurry. In front of me are sections with food for mouth. I feel like we're going in circles here. Oh, food afraid of... Oh, so I was supposed to... Is blood afraid of heat? Is that like a fact? Oh, like cold blood? Oh, give me a break. The coldest corner of the store. Large freezer chests and refrigerators with glass doors are covered in frost. Next to the frozen pizzas are gremlin cryo capsules. And among the buckets of ice cream, you could find flavors like minty tritium, and liquid family. Liquid family? Oh my gosh. So, did Bob kill an entire family and make them into paste? Or some kind of like sauce? Family barbecue sauce? Family Prego? A huge freezer chamber. Matters of lesser life forms, spare parts of human organisms, product of animal fauna exploitation with fruit pieces. I like the exploitation part. I didn't think this would be like a whole quiz. Matter of lesser life forms, product of animal fauna with fruit pieces. We're gonna go, I'm a human and I hate this, but we're gonna go with spare parts of human organisms. This section reeks of formaldehyde and horror. Glass jars filled with murky liquids sit on the shelves, where exhibits float. I try not to think about the one container holding a name tag that reads Kevin. Oh, was Kevin the person that was here before me? He's the one that Deiran turned into like, or that the Bob like disintegrated or something. Take blood of human organisms, Kevin. Taste of unfulfilled dreams and unwarranted expectations. Jeez, dang. Kevin did not have a fulfilled life. Take blood of human organism, homeless. High content of cheap alcohol and tuberculosis. Dang, that's a roast to homeless people. Jeez. That's assuming that they just are drinking a lot of alcohol on the streets and have tuberculosis. I don't even know what the consequences of tuberculosis are. Like what happens to your body. And then we've got blood of human organism, Michael. Taste of efficient resource and artifact accumulation. I don't think this vampire wants a sad life or a homeless life. So we're going with Michael. Sorry, Michael. Not the face. The blood in this jar has a rich, almost glowing ruby hue. It looks healthy and full of energy. I picked the right one. Michael, whoever you were on top. Champion's blood flowed through you. You were probably something like an energy drink for the undead. Gosh. And yet, here you are in a jar. There's something to ponder. Oh, I don't want to end up in a jar. I don't end up in a jar like Michael and the other people. He abruptly lifts his head as I approach. You could have hurried up, he grumbles, but his tone reveals that he feels relief. The search could have taken even longer. Ooh, a heart! Now, hand over that damn blood. Ooh, nice hands. My client finishes the jar and then grimaces. Ugh, for crying out loud. What? I got you the best blood here. What the hell is this crap? He reads the note on the jar. Michael? Well, you were a lucky guy, Michael. Too bad I can't kill him a second time. Wait a second, did he kill him the first time? Or is he saying he wishes that he could be alive so that he could kill him? Because, whoa. Tastes like a happy family, a successful career, a retirement account, and this jerky probably never even had cockroaches. Ugh, not him saying a retirement account. If I don't think dude had a retirement account. At least he's now Liquid Michael in a jar. No, I'm gonna stay silent. Oh, I got another heart. Cool that you found human blood. Good job, you're sharp. I mean, I want to brag. Glad to please you, sir. And glad you no longer want to eat me. Kind of cute. Feel free to ask. It took longer to get to the rat. What? Where does the rat fit in with this? Did I miss something? Glad you're pleased, sir. And glad you no longer want to eat me. I kind of want to go with that, but then feel free to ask. It feels like I might be inviting trouble. And I think I could be a little funny. We'll go with that one. Aha. Wait, is that aha or ha ha ha? Aha. With that approach to business, you'll go far, babe. There goes babe again. Give me your name, not these hearts. I'm going to wash my dirty face. Don't get bored. Wow, this dude is arrogant. While he's not here, I have a perfect opportunity to wipe away the bloodstains. Wipe, wipe, wipe. I'm just scrubbing a pool of blood on my first day at work. An interesting story for Reddit. Girl! Do not get on Reddit. Oh, she has a fursuit and she gets on Reddit. Not that I also don't get on Reddit. A wonderful tale. I'm doing just fine. Nobody's eaten me. Whoa! His whole face regenerated real quick. Also, is this a band tee? Also, the blood is kind of making you look like mysterious and like strong, like you could protect me. Those eyes, the eyebrows. Okay, his hair pulled back. Deiran has a lot he's got a lot working against him. He looks so much fresher with the second half of his face, although his expression still resembles that of a constipated owl. I'll just stand here for a while, okay? Take a little break. Besides, there's nobody here with you right now. How do you know that? I've got Bob in the back. You don't know that there's not another worker that's like mopping and sweeping back there. Don't assume. I don't like assumptions. Well, his name is David. And just so you know, if you try to contact the werewolves, I'll take your head and crush it like a walnut. Jeez. But why is that kind of like... I like how he's like not fearful or anything. Like, Deiran he tried to be like all slick, and this dude is real direct. I like direct. Okay. And he can crush somebody's head like a walnut? David. What kind of name? I'm David, by the way. A vampire, as you may already have guessed. Y'all just be patient with me. A vampire, as you may have already guessed. What an incredible, interesting way to start an acquaintance. Especially that part about the walnut. Nice to meet you. You know, I put Kara, but I should have put Neural because that's literally like my channel name. But we're just going to go with Kara. Nice to meet you. Kara. I'm Crystal. Like champagne. Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. That's too cringe. Okay, Kara. I knew a Kara once. I didn't. I'm the one and only. If you did, she does not add up to me. She's actually probably a lot better. I knew a Kara once. She used to trade kidneys in Venice Beach. She was a good girl until she got packaged up. Oh. Oh. He's trying to provoke me, deliberately sharing the dirty details of his life to see how uncomfortable I can get. No kidneys for you. I suppose I'm also selling some kidneys now. Checks the catalog. Check the catalog. Yes, exactly 10 categories. Say nothing, look away. He looks like a Sebastian. His name should be Sebastian. Okay, I don't want to seem like I'm weak, which I feel like if I said nothing and looked away, like we're supposed to be growing here. With Deiran, we would have said nothing and looked away. But I feel like we're getting a little more confident. So, no kidneys for you. Already forgot his name. David. Wow, I don't know how I'll survive this. Probably harder to survive this than working in this place. Probably David. He struck a nerve. No offense, but I think I know every place in this city where you can buy a kidney. It's doubly crappy that I don't need them anymore. Unless I want to sell them too. Hey, start a business. You can take people's kidneys and sell them at like double the price because you be getting them fresh. We can start like a partnership here. I think we could work well together. I'm sensing some like chemistry. What are we doing? Where are we gonna go? Now I have a vampire here and he's regenerating. Wonderful. The main thing is to not accidentally blurt out something wrong. I need to be friendly. Are you sure you're a vampire? Not a chupacabra? Nah, I'm not even gonna finish that. Since when do vampires wear leather jackets? Don't you guys prefer capes and ruffles anymore? Thanks for not eating me, David. In reality, you're still a bit shaken from what just happened. Say nothing and silently wipe the counter. Okay, no, we're not gonna act stupid. We'll acknowledge. The first one's out. It's just like this, so cheesy. Since when do vampires wear leather jackets? Like, thanks for not eating me, David. I feel like that's how I would respond. I feel like that's how I would respond. Or are we going to be bold and like semi-flirty? Okay, we'll go with we're still headed towards flirty, but we're still at the bottom. So we'll go with this. David lets out a quiet chuckle. The guy clearly expects people to be afraid of him. Not me. He might have looked lost when I first arrived here, but now, seeing my fear, he obviously feels right at home. It's not over yet. Although, you're too bony. Hey. Well, I'd rather be called bony than like chubby. Not that there's anything wrong. I'm a chubby girl. But I'm just saying. And I'm sure you love to eat all of that cheap crap. Like instant noodles. People like that, their blood's just not tasty. Okay, why are we getting attacked for our choice of eating noodles again? Noodles are good. And if you don't like instant ramen, that just means you didn't prepare it right. You have to add seasoning. You have to add a little bit of that like wine that the Chinese wine or whatever. You have to add something spicy. You add meat. You add egg. So once you do that to your ramen, then come back to me and make these jokes. My blood is just fine. It tastes better because I eat ramen. It's ramen blood. Very nourishing. Only if there's nothing more interesting in that blood. So you don't like glutamate and cholesterol? They're the tastiest things in the world, I guess. So, sir, let's get one thing straight. I'm not food, and I'm not for sale. So, does alcohol affect vampires too? And other things? And then just shrugs. We're not at that point yet. We're not at that point yet. But we're also not, we're above a shrug. We're above a shrug after our interaction with Deiran. So should I be like, let me get one thing straight. I'm not food and I'm not for sale. Or, I'm guessing glutamate, what? I have to look that up. What the heck is glutamate? Glutamate is a naturally occurring amino acid and the most abundant excitatory neurotransmitter in the human brain. Okay, but what does it have to do with food? Let's go with the first one. I'm kind of jokey. Also, I feel like this can be a low-key diss to him dissing my ramen. It's good, mate. Babe. They crunch on my teeth. You don't eat them the proper way. If you're taking ramen out of the bag and just chewing on it, then that's the problem. Also, if that's what you're doing, what do you think of all the other sauce in there? Did you chew through that too, David? I'm getting a little heated in defense of my ramen. Even cheap liquor is better. At least it warms you up and disinfects. It warms the body and soul. Vampires can be alcoholics. Another astonishing discovery for my shelf of amazing revelations. None of which I wanted to make. Oh, he looked away. No, look back. David slightly grimaces as he moves his hand. Which way? To me? Away from me. Damn mutts. Ah. Probably not all of the wounds have healed completely. And does being a vampire doctor fall under my duties? I mean, with his hair and his eyes, and like he looks buff, and I mean he called me babe, but I mean like I can get some band-aids. I can get some band-aids for you. I think Bob said it was mandatory. He did. Now that I remember, he did say that I have to like help heal them, because if they die, Bob won't get their money. Oh, he looks back at me. Point at the wound. Let me help. And then I could point at the wound and be like, I don't want to help you, but my employment contract requires me to treat the creatures that come here. I'll be direct and just say, let me help. But I kind of want to be honest because I don't want to help him. Like, he's nice and all. He's attractive. He's smooth. But like, I actually still don't, like, I don't want to help you. But I could just be like, let me help. I could just be like smooth with it. Let me help. I'm at war with what I feel like I should do, which is the top, and what I would actually say, which is the bottom. Not IRL, actually, I would not say that. Should I do eeny, meeny, miny, mo? I'm gonna say this. This feels natural. I gotta chuckle. David lets out a dry chuckle. Wow, what honesty. What if the creature doesn't want your treatment, Dr. Cox? Who's that? It's just a couple of scratches and a little piece of ass that will grow back on its own. I'm fine. Anxiety. If you don't let yourself be treated, my boss will lock us both in a dimension of horror, where we'll be cleaning toilets with a fork, not a spork, for 2,000 years. I see. You're afraid of doctors, huh? Such a tough guy, yet scared of getting treatment. Says consolatorily. Consolatorily? You mentioned werewolves? It's probably not just a scratch. Let me try to help, okay? I'm not bringing up werewolves to a vampire who already seems like he's hostile towards, like, whenever he brought up werewolves earlier. Alright, we'll still go with honesty. Granted, Bob is like an interdimensional being. At first I was like, well, the vampire would probably win. But Bob probably would. I'll go with this one. Really? And how am I supposed to clean with a fork? I have no clue. That's why I suggested a spork. And why such a ridiculous amount of time? Is there that much cosmic crap in there? I was asking the same question, bud. His voice carries a clear mockery. He's about to say something even more sarcastic, when suddenly, Bob has returned to his accounts. The sounds he makes still fill my soul with dread. Probably not just mine. Oh! David's looking scared. He's scared of Bob? Maybe he's not so strong. He seems like he's about to run away rather than protect me. Finally, the forks and toilets break through the last layer of his defenses. Alright, I've spent my whole life in complete crap. I don't want to spend the next 2 millennia there too. Me neither. Drop some coins in the tip jar. Damn you. Go ahead. Put your arm over here. Just lean over. If you hear me smelling, it's just because like my nose is dripping. It's not because I'm trying to smell you. Get out your band-aids with Dr. Kachula. With Dr. Chocula. Or whatever you're selling. Ah! Ah! Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. He's got some scars. I like how chill he's looking. Like he's not being super flirty. I like that. He's just like, hey babe, help clean me up if you insist. Okay. Look at the abs and those arms. I bet he would give a very nice hug. But we're supposed to be cleaning. Gotta bandage the man. David sheds his jacket, shirt, and t-shirt. A lot of layers, dude. Then settles onto a squeaky stool next to the counter. He's about to face a serious trial, staying in a vulnerable position for a few minutes. For some reason, cruel fate hasn't made him claw-proof? Oh. For some reason, cruel fate hasn't made him claw-proof, like from wolves. He certainly looks like he is... I am really struggling with where I have to slow up. I'm really struggling to read today. I am so sorry. He certainly looks like he was just thrown into a blender. Voice cracks. Jesus, kill me. Judging by those bullet scars... Judging by those bullet scars, he has quite an interesting past. Or maybe he was attacked by werewolf cowboys with guns. Most likely the former. By the way, I didn't know that corpses have doctors too. I thought the only doctor available to me now is the coroner. Cute. I'm rummaging through the necromancy kit that was sitting under the counter. It's a heavily military-style metal box with a faded label reading, Kit for Alternatively Living Organisms. That's David. Inside, besides standard bandages, there are some strange items. Silver tweezers, vials of thick glowing liquid, additional fingers, and of course, an instruction manual. A cheap, laminated brochure, stained with something that looks like coffee. It is not coffee, girl. It is not coffee. That's probably old blood. Or guts or like juices or something. In the instructions, the first point states, determine whether you're dealing with a zombie. Ask your alternatively living subject if they ever wanted to eat someone's brain. Alternately living subject. Have you ever wanted to eat somebody's brain? David is clearly not a zombie. Move on to the next point. Yeah, I'm not about to ask him that. He's obviously a zombie. Well, actually, he did ask for blood. But zombies eat, like, blood and, like, skin, right? He hasn't said he's a vampire, has he? And he's gray. Like, what if that's the twist? We think he's a vampire because he wanted blood, but he's actually a zombie. We're gonna go with this. He glances skeptically at the picture flashing in the instructions as I flip it over. He has a cute, questioning face. He looks cute with his concern. Zombies, necromancers, abominations made of bones, flesh, and cabbage swirl in front of his face like a mesmerizing kaleidoscope. What? And all of this lives in the city sewers? raises eyebrow. I don't know how you're going to use bathrooms now. It would be great if he didn't notice that. Why do I have to deal with all this? I still glance at my visitor. I wonder if werewolves just clawed him up, or if he managed to kill someone too. My instincts, something out of the Stone Age, suggest that he could have. The guy has a killer's gaze. I want to like actually cut my throat out. You see someone like him in an alley. Your hand automatically reaches for your wallet and phone. He can take my wallet and my phone. I lower my eyes. Next point. Let's establish the nature of the injuries. What kind of wounds could werewolves leave? It's simple. You've got lacerations, claws, teeth, and a bit of saliva, possibly very contagious. Or, it seems the damage was psychological. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're not about to psychoanalyze this guy. He obviously was like cut and clawed. There's a smile again. David listened to this with the pride of a true soldier. Every word feels like a medal of valor. You should be proud of yourself. Oh, are those fangs? Something like that. He said it as if he didn't care, but I know better. No, you literally don't. Stroke his ego. Add at the end, wounds from a real rabid beast, buddy. I am so sorry. I mean, the talking is awful. Shake my head and say, you really need to stop with these fights. They won't lead to anything good. Oh, whatever. He can fight all he wants. I can stop the medical discussion and just move on to the next point. This one's out. I'm not gonna stroke his ego. We're just gonna stop talking and fix him up. I read through what medication I need to grab. The regenerating extract for alternatively living life forms. Now all that's left is to apply the stuff. I dig my fingers into the jar and... Oh my gosh, he grabbed my hand. Oh wait, is he grabbing my hand to stop me from touching him? I really don't care, like he grabbed my hand. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm already liking him way more than Deiran. Do something wrong, and I'll rip your tonsils out through your ass. Okay. Say in a calm, icy tone, allow me to do my job, sir. I will be extremely careful. Or, if you touch me, my boss will rip your soul out through your ass. Pull his hand away. You know, you have this fantastic talent for coming up with threats. You should write scripts for action movies. Ew, Black. No way. I'm pathetic, miserable, harmless Cashier. We're gonna go with the first one. The phrase of any faceless representative of the service sector. My perfect shield against the surrounding world and the rude vampires that inhabit it. Watch yourself. You won't get a second chance. I will. No, not my vampire doctor's license. I apply this black goo to the wound. And I'm definitely not like squeezing the muscle. It's just that like I really have to feel around for where I put this goo. So if it feels like I'm squeezing the muscle, it's totally not. I'm just trying to help you. A puff of steam rises from the wound, and the air starts to smell like something is frying. It's probably very painful, but David remains calm. Not a single complaint, which is surprising. I hope it's not your squid manager. It's not from your squid manager. Well, we all hope for that, buddy. Pour a little more goo on him, restore some justice, or be more careful. We're gonna be more careful. I want him to like me. My movement becomes slow and deliberate. I do everything cautiously, barely touching the skin around the wound. allowing him to get used to the sting. I can see the tense muscles in his back and shoulders relax slightly. He's still wound up, but relief is starting to wash over him. I got another heart! I got another heart! Naturally, no thank yous or pleases from him, but at least he's no longer threatening to do something to my ass every 5 seconds. Okay. Distract him with conversation. You know, David, every noble knight needs someone to tend to his wounds after great battles. Finish your dark work in silence. I don't feel like... I mean, it'd be nice to distract him from his pain, but also I just want to focus on, like, the structure of the arm and, like, his back. Like, I just need to make sure I focus and analyze all of the muscles and, like, the bone structure and everything. So I'm going to be silent and continue doing my work. Excuse me. I finish up. Surprisingly, the wounds really are healing. The scars won't beautify this man. Excuse me again. Why are you doing all this? The question is asked in an astonishingly serious tone. He's driving me crazy. Even more than that clown from earlier, it seems. Yeah, Deiran doesn't, like, he has nothing on David. He is like a thought in the back of my head. He has nothing on David. Just want to help. Lie. You want tips. And to go home, play The Sims, and watch stupid shows. Crazy enough, I used to love The Sims. So after my job, I actually would go home and play The Sims and put on stupid shows. Like The Office. It's stupid funny because it's one of the best shows ever. I just want to help. Truth. You're an angel of mercy from the dirty gas station. Or, these are my work obligations. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't bother with you. Well, I wouldn't be lying if I said I just want to help. Like, at this point, I do want to help. So, we'll go with this one. Why? David is confused. In his system of beliefs, action always equals benefit. I'm throwing a wrench into his flawless, long-running mechanism. I can't watch someone suffer. Let's just say I have certain fetishes. Your fetish is healing the sick? I'm gonna go with the first one. I got another heart. Wow. God bless your noble heart. He shifts awkwardly. Clearly he's uncomfortable and unaccustomed to being the object of compassion. So he immediately hides behind yet another sarcastic comment. Aw, that's sad. You didn't get enough love? Nobody hugged you? Nobody poured milk for your cereal? But what can I do? I feel sorry for every little kitten on the street. Not her calling him a kitten. Sometimes I even feel sorry for especially large, nasty, troublesome kittens. Oh! He got the smirk again. It must be tough living with someone like that, huh? I bet you have 40 cats living in your apartment, and all of them are strays. Nah, I like living alone. David reads me like an open book. She really has a bunch of stray cats? That's probably partly why your house is crappy. I love cats. But if you live, like, already in a not-so-great place, and you have a bunch of stray cats just kind of, like, untamed, pooping and peeing everywhere and clawing stuff. Yeah. Amazing that he can even read it all. What? What does this have to do with his grammar and like English and stuff? What the heck? Most of the time, help isn't altruistic. People always want something in return. Money, a favor, for you to take them off the hook. Helping people for no reason is like throwing crap against the wind. He looks pensive. Alright, Moving on. Screw this. I honestly don't care what's going on in your head. This is the most unconvincing lie I've ever heard in my life. He clears his throat. Thank you. What? Am I hearing things? I thought he didn't know such words. I'm even afraid to breathe, so I don't scare off this rare, exotic display of politeness. She's talking like she has known the man for a while, instead of just like literally 30 minutes. He says the word as if he's pronouncing it for the first time in his life. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually the case. Oh, he put back on his clothes. Bummer. I mean, yeah, like he totally needs to be like comfortable. Right? But who said I was done checking the wounds? Just a couple more seconds, and he's back in the front of the counter. So, the client is fed, clean, and healed. And yet, he's still here. Not putting any money on the counter, and the tip jar is lacking. Hey, sexy sir. Put some coins and some dollar bills in that jar I just healed you. If this is going to be the second guy of the night who skips out on the tip, it's going to end badly. Girl, you're not going to do nothing. Bob said the bottom shouldn't be visible. Oh, it's going to end badly for you. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Look at him. He's supposed to be full of energy, but instead, he looks lost. David is deep in thought, in that dark, gloomy little place that occupies his mind. Are you planning to pitch a tent here? Can I do anything else for you, sir? Cautiously steps back. Have you decided to eat me after all? Or, this isn't the best place to crash, buddy, but there's a vampire hotel 2 blocks away. Ah, no. I feel like asking him if he's decided to eat me can be like a little flirty. Even though I cautiously step back. Are you planning to pitch a tent here? That's so rude. I'm not gonna say that to David. Maybe if we're Deiran. Have you decided to eat? I'll say this one. Well, I don't want him to think I'm scared. Okay, I'll go with this. The flow of his thoughts is interrupted. David lets out an irritated sigh and looks at me as if I've crapped my pants. No, damn it. I'm not even going to eat you. Cut that crap out. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm curious about one thing. I haven't talked to a regular human in a long time. I wonder by regular human, does he mean my extremely natural essence? I'm no vampire, werewolf, or thieving gnome. Or does he mean my lack of criminal record? An absence of drug or alcohol dependency? Or maybe he's looking for the perspective of an ordinary worker. A working class person. A gray collar. Girl, working at a gas station is not gray collar. Does your face always look that funny when you're thinking about something? David. I don't even get a chance to respond to his jab before he follows up. Let's conduct an experiment. Suppose you're now a free vampire, able to go wherever you want, do whatever you want. Where would you go? This conversation is already much better than Deiran. Deiran was low-key kind of boring. David looks at me expectantly. And David called me boring. Which is crazy. What kind of superpowers do vampires have? I do want to know. What weaknesses will I have? And who were you before the bite? Can you find everyone who's wronged you in life and get revenge? A lot of people have wronged me, and I'd like to know. A lot of things depend on who exactly turned me into a vampire. Who vamped you? Oh, no. Wrap it up with a question. I'm ready to tell you my decision. What? I want to know what kind of superpowers. A whole lot. We're practically a superhero league. I'm sure it never crossed your mind that in reality, bloodsuckers can be way scarier than in sappy movies for girls. Girls and guys. Looks like he's watched Twilight. Oh my gosh. I love Twilight. Some of us not only drink human blood, but also capture people to experiment on them. You can experiment on me, David. They turn human bodies into a real nightmare of flesh and bones. Dr. Moreau couldn't even imagine. Who are these doctors that he's speaking of? And they're vampire sorcerers who can rip your soul out of your body and make you work for them for eternity. Literally. Seems like I already have one of those sorcerers. Yeah, Bob in the back. His name is Bob. He's checking his bills. Speaking of bills, that tip jar is still empty. If you would be so kind, David. There he is. I wonder what inner strength it took David not to flinch. And there are those who can make your head explode. Literally. With just a glance. Stay far away from me. But not all of us are wicked bastards. We don't even have to kill a person to eat. Just drink a little, instead of gorging yourself like a pig at the trough. But some don't care. They just drain all the blood and splash it everywhere. The forensics team is baffled why the person turned into a sprinkler before dying. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. And which of these do you have? I would like to know. And which of these do you have? Let me guess. None? Lame answer. Not being sarcastic. We're trying to schmoo on them. Can vampires open beer cans with their minds? Back to your question. Ask him about something else. I want to know which one of those he has. I've got a decent list of what I can do. I'm not complaining. Okay, so he's boasting here. He has multiple powers. Okay, David, I see you. You can show me all those powers. Not on me, but against somebody else. Like if I get my enemy, you can show me with them. Imagine it. You never get tired. You can party all night long. Woohoo all night long. You're stronger than 10 thugs combined. Well, except for 10 werewolf thugs. That might take some effort. If you want to shrink down and fly somewhere, you can turn into a tiny bat. Your reflexes become 100 times sharper. You feel everything. You see everything. You can hear a rat piss a block away. Well, that sounds very annoying. I don't want to hear what rats are up to. I don't. But I kind of want him to keep talking because his voice is like really smooth. Like it's total ASMR right now. I'll say this. Oh Lord, Kara. That's just an idiom. Well, I mean, I know. I was making a joke. You can ignore it if you want. All vampires would go insane if that was true. Do I look like a madman? No. You look like a very attractive man. Politely, I decide to stay silent. He continues. And finally, you can make people do anything you want. Absolutely anything. What are you implying, David? What are you implying? Are you sure the last one is due to your vampirism and not just because they're scared you'll beat them up? I'll stay silent. It's one thing to scare someone crapless. They give in just to avoid being harmed. It's another when they act with full confidence that it's what they want. I'm gonna have to slow down here, guys, because I'm really fumbling the bag with this, with the talking. They don't even realize they're just vampire pawns now. Yes, I think I get it. He pulled that trick on me too. David smiles, but this time, the smile is strained. Oh, are you hurt? These are the words of someone stuck in a web of artificial connections and AST-related threats. Fear and supernatural compulsion aren't the best foundation for a strong friendship. David, you're a creature stuck in a web of artificial... Not her actually saying what she thought. I can enchant friends for myself. Wonderful. Or make someone give me their wallet. Oh, I don't want to attack him being like your life is based on lies. But also, like, wonderful. It makes me sound too giddy if I'm like, I can enchant my friends. I'll go with the first one. I just don't like the second one. Even if it's based on my ass, I don't care. If you're I thought they said blockbuster. If you're a bloodsucker, you'll live like this and no other way. In this snake pit, you won't make true friends. Dang, that sounds sad. Somebody burned him. Vampires don't live in one big, beautiful house like in Twilight. They're like cowboys in the Wild West, constantly cutting and shooting each other, and blowing up houses. Where did that come from? Blowing up houses is much harsher than cutting and shooting. Got some vampire terrorists. David mentioned Twilight again. Oh my god. Don't think I'm whining. It's actually great. It keeps you on your toes. Yeah, I bet. You'll get used to it once you adjust. Wait. Why are you speaking as if I am soon to become a vampire? I'd rather live in a big vampire house in happiness, love, and harmony. Come to think of it, being a cowboy isn't so bad. The first one sounds rather snarky, but it's true. I'd rather be comfortable than like out in the Wild West, trying to fend for my life all the time. Also, what if I say come to think of it, and he's like, I could turn you into a vampire, or he just doesn't give me the choice and he just turns me into a vampire. I'd rather live in a big vampire house in happiness, love, and harmony. I feel like I'm losing him. I feel like I'm losing him if I say that. Okay, I'll go with this one. Oh, I got the teeth again. Exactly. A great way to feel alive. Not so dead. You get it. I don't. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. Can vampires open beer cans with their minds? Back to your question. I literally don't care about the beer. David looks at me expectantly. Why did you watch Twilight? What weaknesses will I have? And who were you before the bite? Can you find everyone who wronged you in life and get revenge? A lot of things depend on who exactly turned me into a vampire. Okay, so these are basically the same as before. We know he watched Twilight. That's why you keep saying that. What weaknesses will I have? Well, no more tanning. No reflection in mirrors. If you were ugly before, it's actually a bonus, right? What? Jeez. Vampires they're supposed to all be beautiful. I should be beautified if I'm ugly and turned into a vampire. Where's the beautification ritual? You can enter without an invitation. Garlic doesn't scare you either. Holy water's trickier. Depends on the situation. A steak works, but piercing your chest would be quite the challenge. Piercing any part of you is quite the challenge, actually. Our skin is like steel. Unless a particular persistent werewolf comes along. Well, at least you can enter without an invitation. No need for unnecessary chit-chat with people. I don't like unnecessary chit-chat with people. This is starting to sound great. Will that chit-chat be with you, David? David looks at me expectantly. Oh, I'm gonna end up asking all these questions. Who were you before before the bite? Yeah. He opens his mouth, ready to tell me off or mention something about butts again, but stops himself. Probably his thank you sealed our fragile friendship. I'll tell you, but it's probably not relevant. I bet it is. Well, it's nothing. I was nobody. I was just surviving as everything went to hell, unlike all those bastards born with a silver spoon up their ass. You ever see those happy American families in TV commercials? I don't like them. Well, I like Modern Family, but if we're talking about Hallmark, I don't like them. So if you don't like them, we've really got a good thing going here. They sit at the table with a bowl of salad, smiling like idiots, and they always have a dog. Well, that wasn't my case. My stepdad was a crazy guy who thought the best birthday gift was a smack on the head. Aww. He did teach me how to shoot properly, though. I left my family dump early. It's really dumb, but I thought I'd start a band and become a rock star. That's not dumb. You look like a rocker. But as they say, wish in one hand, crap in the other. See which one fills up faster. I've never heard of that before, but thank you for introducing that to me because I will use it as soon as I can. I like it. At first, I worked wherever I could, then found some guys to do some shady stuff with. What kind of shady stuff? There aren't many ways to make a living in the Los Angeles area. Can't exactly work the cash register, right? Hey, you. David jabs again, but without malice. The antisocial environment made him resentful of the middle and upper classes, but it hasn't affected me yet. I wonder why. Yeah, being a gangster would be cool. Doing gangster things, riding motorcycles. Lame response. Hey, working the cash register isn't so bad. It would be even better without customers like you. Make no comment. Okay. So we're not going with the first one. That's stupid. But does the second one, I'm not like super offended. I understand it's a jab. But will he take that the wrong way? Because I feel like we really have a good thing going here. Hey, working the cash register isn't so bad. I gotta say it again. But it might be too snarky. I'll make no comment. That's it. The whole story. What about you? Oh Lord, this is my chance to make up something cool. Or just tell it like it is. I can't make something up because I don't remember my lies, so we just gotta be honest. I'm a criminal too. The best sniper in my gang. I'm not hiding under a fake name in another city and state. I have a single-parent family and an art degree and no dog. Not telling. We're gonna be honest. He listens to how I ended up in this dump, about my job search and everything else. I didn't sell drugs in alleys, but it seems we still find some common ground. Got it. You're not in your element. David truly understands. Neither he nor I wanted to end up where we are. Neither of us knows what to do next. Okay, I'm pretty sure David kind of knows what he wants to do. Or maybe she just means your life. Let me stop being so critical about myself. And we both love cheap noodles. I thought he said he didn't like cheap noodles. Did we learn this in the story? I thought he said he didn't like cheap noodles. But if you do, if I misunderstood, you were getting a ton of brownie points. But he can't eat them anymore. I win. You must be tired of those draw me requests, huh? I am. I would draw you. Okay, let's get back to the questions. Ooh. I feel like I'm getting more flirty, especially with David. So I kind of want to say I would draw you. But I feel like we are not yet there with the flirting, and I know there's like at least one other guy. And I feel like I'm gonna still be more like modest here. So let's get back to the questions. David looks at me expectantly. Can you let everyone around you? Yeah, let's just wrap it up. Excellent. I didn't really like those other questions. He leans in a little closer, when suddenly we hear a wolf howling. Did he leave? I don't even have time to blink before David vanishes. Now he's a little bat hiding behind the counter. Oh. Not him still having the glasses too. Wow, David, you look real weak right now. I thought you'd protect me. Listen up. Don't say anything about me. Sit tight and behave, or you'll feel incredibly crappy. Trust me, if you route me out to that mutt, I'll find a way to get out and twist your head off. The threat in his voice is completely lacking. Mostly because his voice now comes from a very small, though angry bat, and bats are cute too. Werewolf. A werewolf is about to come in here now? Whoa! David? David, I need you to get into vampire form right now. This is like an entire wolf. He could tear me apart like with one slash of his claw. The creature steps inside. Oh, he got close. Good evening, ma'am. Is this one of the people I like that's a prospect? Cause no. I'm a furry apparently, but I don't want to date a furry. A low, rumbling bass. Surprisingly calm and friendly. I'm listening, sir. Apologies for the sudden intrusion. Edward, you can just call me Eddie. We're chasing down a certain pest. I have no clue. Nobody's been here. Well, there's this Deiran dude. You can go get him. You haven't seen a vampire around here by chance, have you? You know, young, a bit scruffy, wearing a leather jacket. You see, here's the story. One of our packs nearly took out a vampire sire and his offspring a few hours ago. It was a tough battle. We suffered losses. We tried to track them and found one of them. Well, more like a pile of ash where he once lay. Dang. It seems one bloodsucker offered the other when I was weakened. Their family values are quite lacking. Oh, off the other. It seems patricide has occurred. David killed his parent? David didn't tell me anything about that. Well, of course, why would he? Probably. That's why he had all those questions about vampirism. He was trying to get advice on where to go next after killing his creator, but in a completely idiotic way. You see, ma'am, vampires are parasites on the body of our society. They drink blood like mosquitoes. But unlike mosquitoes, they kill their victims by draining them dry. Mosquitoes would definitely drain us dry if they could. And thereby killing us. They languish in boredom with their immortality, and thus destroy human destinies, play with them, torment them, and derive a semblance of pleasure from their suffering. They are devoid of true feelings. I look at David, devoid of any feelings. He's shaking all over. So I'll be extremely grateful for any help. So here's the thing. David let me heal him and I got to put my hands on his muscles. He also is talking to me and not threatening me as much as Deiran was. He hasn't transported me to some other place or kidnapped me. He's let me stay on my cashier. He's listened to my story. We've got a good thing going. So I don't want to give him away. I'm not going to blackmail him either. And I'm not going to hand him over to the werewolf. So we're not giving David away. He seemed like he was coming out of his shell. That bastard threatened me 5 minutes ago. But now he's small, trembling, and helpless. He's my bastard. Okay. I force a smile and say I haven't seen anything. A quiet, peaceful night. Eddie examines me closely. He's probably catching a faint scent of blood, but my calm demeanor throws him off. Strange. Well, okay. If he shows up, just give a whistle. I can't whistle. We won't far away from here. Good night, ma'am. The werewolf goes off to his important wolf business. Hey, David, come out. David crawls out of his hiding spot. You could have turned me in. He stares into my eyes, as if trying to peer into my soul and understand what it's made of. And that would have been a sensible decision. But I'm glad you're not one of those sensible ones. David says this with genuine relief in his voice. He's grateful to me, and now doesn't quite know what to do with that gratitude. You can take off the jacket and let me examine to see if your wounds have healed properly. I think that'd be a good way. He clears his throat awkwardly. So, what's the answer to my question? What would you do if you were a vampire? His gaze reminds me of a long-lost fighting dog without a master. He's restless and can't find his place. What an advisor he picked. May the Lord help him. I'd take everything life has to offer. Travel, entertainment, new experiences. The world is full of wonders, and when you're immortal, all doors are open to you. This is true. I just surf the internet, decay and rot. Nothing would change. Honestly, probably the truth. One could enslave humanity, or at least one neighborhood in the city. Absolutely not. You can learn so many things, read so many books, even learn to play the saxophone. The thing is, I wonder if he's offering to travel the world with me. Therefore, the first answer would be, it would be the first response. That being said, he also looks like he's a homebody and he can super chill at the house. But I don't want to say decay and rot. But it's honestly the truth. I wouldn't be enslaving anybody. I could learn many things. Okay, let's go with the last one. It's kind of lame, but it's. I feel like it's a middle between the first and the second. I've touched on something deeply personal. His lack of education, his unrealized dreams, is dangerous territory. How do we know that he lacks education? Like, is this a thing with vampires that they like what? Perhaps before me stands a great, unrealized astrophysicist, or the next Mozart. Oh, get over yourself. Saxophone. Seriously? Want to play the blues? Maybe I do. David laughs, but the laughter quickly fades. I reminded him that he can now become whoever he wants. Break free from the usual tough guy routine. Okay, I'll think about it. Oh, I forgot we were suggesting this for him. I forgot about that. I thought it was genuinely for me. Just forget the saxophones. Always wanted to learn guitar. Hooray! Rock vampires. He's giving me that look again. Here, take it. For buying a saxophone. David is about to turn around and leave when he suddenly stops. Oh, he's put stuff in the tip jar. Actually better than Deiran. Actually better. He pulls a crumpled piece of paper from his pocket, scribbles a number on it, and leaves it on the table next to my hand. But just as I reach for it, his hand covers mine, pressing it to the table. His skin feels cold, rough from barely visible scars and blisters. This grave-like chill sharply contrasts with the warmth of my hand. My avatar cannot properly show my facial expressions right now, but my face is expressing. 3535. I feel a slight tingling, like static electricity. Call me if you need a ride from work. I've got a couple of ideas for what we could do before dawn. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He didn't think I was boring like Deiran. He touched my hand. See you. David says goodbye and leaves. The gas station sinks into absolute silence. Well, that was quite an interesting encounter. I really could have turned him in, but I didn't want to. Now I also have a date invitation from a guy who wanted to make me his dinner half an hour ago. He literally did not. I survived another visitor. Oh, and am I glad. It seems I'm starting to get used to this job. Girl, it's literally been a day. Wiping off the sticky residue, hoping it was just spilled soda from the counter, I suddenly hear the crunch of gravel outside. Hooves? I hope not. Whoa. Okay. Does he have hooves? Is he like a centaur? Please don't have hooves, because oh my gosh, Deiran was attractive. Dave was very attractive, but this guy, go. You have to wait till next time though. This is definitely not another vampire. I want to know what he is though. The stranger leans against the counter, trying to look casual, but the way his tail twitches betrays his nervous tension. Oh, don't be nervous. Hi. Oh, if he's nervous. No, I want a confident man. We're going to wait until next time to find out who this guy is.